Hello YouTube, my name is Power Mark and welcome back to another Power Review, where today I will be doing another book review, and this one is probably going to be a bit of a long one because there is a lot of pages in this book, but I will be doing a review on this, the Pokemon Dungeons & Dragons Complete Handbook by Dungeons & Pokemon on Instagram. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So there you have the first page, and then you have the contacts. I'm basically not going to be talking much for this one. So yeah, here's the foreword. If you would like to read, pause and read it. Here's the introduction. So yeah, if you like to read, pause and read it. So here is his region. This is the Faerun region. And there you have the map. Very Sword and Shield inspired map. And again, if you would like to read, pause and read it. And here you have the different routes and the Pokemon that can be found, and what the nearest cities are. So again, if you would like to read, pause and read it. You are going to see my hand in frame a lot. So yeah, if you want to check out the artwork and all that, go onto Instagram and look up Dungeons and Pokemon, and you can see all the artwork for this book. Winding caves, open road, grassy plains, serpent river. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this into multiple parts. So this part will just be like this part. So yeah, the dark forest, coastal roads, Rocky Mountains, savannah. Again, all very, very nice artwork. Icy forest, snowfields, desert sands, desert ruins. All very good, and again it shows what Pokemon can be found in those areas and what the nearest city is. Dragon River, River's Head, Low Mountains, Mount Sky Peak, Route 17 and 18. I'm going to make sure that none of the pages are like stuck together. North Sea, Barrier Island, Route 21 and 22, Western Islands and South Sea. And again, if you want to read, pause and read it. Yeah, look. Very, very nice artwork showing like the precise locations on the map. Harsh Desert, Whispering Lake, Far North, Volcano. So basically what this first part will be, it will be me just showing all the routes and like the trainer, like the gym leaders, if you will. And like the locations. So here are the locations. So each of these locations are like Pokemon-esque names for locations in D&D. This is basically a D&D inspired Pokemon region. Like all the Pokemon are based on Dungeons and Dragons monsters, and like all the lords are based on like D&D Dungeons and Dragons classes. So, and each lord specifies in a specific type, and I believe that there are all 18 types represented. So you have Liberkeep, City of Candlelight, Light and Books, and again, if you want to read up on them, then pause. Shadywood, Village of the Cloaked Forest. Battler's Gate, City of Travelers and Trade. Cryptoff, City of Shadows. That's based on Baldur's Gate. You have Daggerkeep, City of Thieves and Coin. Costania, Capital City of Ships. Barovin, Castle of Ghosts. Pandalvale, Village of Merriment. Nearfrost, City of the Streaming River. Lusconia, City of Snow. Norabar, Village of Mining and Watch of the North. Sorry, let me just get out of the way. Thunderlance, what does that say? Tower of Storms and Watch of the East. And we have the last two. Cloud Spear, Temple of the Sky and Watch of the South. And then Saltiniton, Village of Fishing and Watch of the West. And I love all of the icons for the buildings. And then we have each of the lords. They represent a different type in Dungeons and Dragons, like a different class in Dungeons and Dragons. And I am sorry if you hear any noise outside. It's a road sweeper. So here we have Winston, the Lord of Liberkeep. He is a psychic type user. There is the badge. He is based on the wizard. And here is information about him. If you want to read it, pause and do so. Here we have the Lord of Shadywood, Drew. There is his badge and the information on him. Now we have the Lord of Battler's Gate, Phidias. He is a fighter. There is his information. Read it. You can pause and read. Let me just move the book. Here we have the Lord of Cryptoff, Wisteria. She is a warlock. And there is her information. Pause and read if you can. Now we have the Lord of Daggerkeep, Rob. He is a rogue, based on the rogue. And there's the information. Again, their artwork is just amazing. And for each of the lords and the Pokemon, he put the picture of what they are based on in Dungeons and Dragons. So that is the rogue character art for Dungeons and Dragons. You have the Lord of Costonia, Soran. He is a sorcerer. Again, just amazing artwork, and he made the poses for them look like the poses that they're doing in these pictures. Here we have the Lord of Barovin, Clarence. He is a cleric. And then here we have the Lord of Prandenvale, Barda. They are a bard. And again, if you want to read the stuff there, all this information, just pause and read. Pause and you can read it. Or you can go on to the Instagram page, which I will link in the description of all of the parts. So you can go and check him out on Instagram. But here we have the Lord of Neverfrost, or Nearfrost, Barak. He is a barbarian. Here we have the Lord of Lusconia, Ray. They are a ranger. There is their badge. The badges are also very nicely done. I like them. And moving on, we have the Lord of Norabar, Atra. They are a artificer. Sorry about this. There is their badge. Here we have the Lord of Thunderlance, Paxton. He is based on the Paladin. It's very hard to see yellow when I'm casting a big fucking shadow. There is his information. If you can read it, pause and do so. Here we have the Lord of Cloudspear, Momo. She is based on the Monk. And here we have the leader of the Dark Forces, Belaine. I can't remember what he is based on. It might say so on the Instagram page. And it also shows you what their ace Pokemon is. I will get into what Planiers are in another video, and what type they mainly use. And here we have the Lord of Faerun, Drasilia. There is their information. Now we are getting onto the Pokédex. So here we have, basically, this is just like a how to use this Pokédex. So shows you what the dex number is. This is the Pokemon's number of order in the Pokédex. Type symbol, this icon represents the Pokemon's type. Species name, this is the Pokemon's category and also represents the D&D monster this Pokemon was based on, Dungeons and Dragons monster. Pokemon name, the Pokemon's name. Type, in addition to the type symbol, its type is listed here too. Art, the main focus of the project. This is what the Pokemon looks like. Pokédex entry, a brief description of the Pokemon. Abilities, the names of the Pokemon's possible abilities. Size, the height or length and weight of the Pokemon. Evolution, the Pokemon that this one evolves into is named here. D&D art. An inclusion of the art for the original monster that inspired this Pokemon. Base stats, the Pokemon's base stats are detailed here. And this is where I will be ending part 1. And part 2 will include some, but not all, of the Pokédex. So, yeah. And I think, because it's been a while since I've done this, and I'm not feeling very well, guys, part 2 will be tomorrow. So, yeah, guys. That has been part 1 of my review of the Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons Complete Handbook by Dungeons and Pokemon on Instagram. And again, I didn't really go over it, but the artwork for the map and just the detail, the amount of detail in each like paragraph, and like it tells you what Pokemon can be found in each area and what the nearest city is all very, very good. But yeah, if you want, I don't think you can buy this book anymore off of them. You will have to let them know. But if you want more detail, you can just go onto the Instagram page. So that's it, guys. That has been my part 1 review of the Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons Complete Handbook by Dungeons and Pokemon on Instagram. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to become a part of whatever the hell I'm calling my subscribers. And that's it. Power out. Boop.